Hello guys and welcome back to Basically Amy. So I am back today with another video for you guys. If you don't know, I am back at work. My stay-at-home daughter days are over, RIP, but I have been looking for work for a couple of months and I finally got a job. Yay! And next week will mark 4 weeks since I started working, so a whole month, and girl, I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but it's fine. We're in payday. Biggest shopping spree ever. Anyway, so I asked over on my Instagram if you guys had any questions for me about finding work, starting work, any advice I may have, and you guys sent some questions in. So I'm gonna answer them today and also give you a little bit of advice that I wish somebody had told me or given me whilst I was looking for work. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, I got a new sunset lamp. Loving it. See everybody be like, I got it from TikTok. This is from Primark for £9, so get your hands on it because it's really good. Okay, let's go. So, I've basically written stuff down in this little notebook. How cute is this? Can you see this? My cousin got this for me and it's adorable. I love it so much. Anyway, tip number 1 is you got to just give it time. Like, you have to give time to applying for jobs. If you are free, which I assume that you probably are because you're not working, you need to spend a good couple of hours every single day just applying, and it can feel so tedious and long, I know, but you have to do it. The more time you spend on it, on your applications, on your cover letters, on actually just scrolling through, like whether it's Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, whatever, the better it's going to be for you. So you just have to give it time. I used to hate doing it because like, I was so tired, like how much more am I physically supposed to do? But you can, you just have to give it time. Someone said to me that think of it as the time that you would be at work, and I know you're not going to spend 8 hours, but even if you give it say 4 to 5 hours a day with breaks, just really focus, you're going to get a job so much quicker, I swear. So really important, just time. Give time to applying to jobs because you're gonna need it and it's gonna help so much. Okay, the second one is a big one and really helpful, and it's about cover letters. Now, when I used to see an application that said please submit your cover letter here, I'm like, get lost, I don't even want to apply for it anymore. But honestly, this tip will save you so much time. So what you want to do is you want to write about 2 or 3 cover letters when you're starting looking for work, based on what the field is that you're looking for. Write one, for example, I had one that was based on media, one that was marketing, one that was customer service, and one that was like social media, because I was applying for like a range of different things. And then depending on the job I was applying for, I would just use the cover letter that I already had and send that off. Now, sometimes you can't use it exactly the same because some things are very specific that they're asking for. Maybe the job role's a bit different. So what you can do, which is what I did, is just take bits and pieces from different cover letters that you have, piece it together, and then send that off. So you can take, a paragraph from the customer service one, a paragraph from the social media one, a paragraph from the marketing one, whatever you need to do. You might have to adjust it a little bit, but the main bulk of the work is done already for you by you in advance, and I promise it's going to save you so much time and so much effort, and it's going to be so much easier to apply for those jobs where you don't have to write a cover letter start to finish from scratch for every single application. So just prepare at the beginning of your job search and it's going to be smooth sailing from there. I promise you, it is the thing that's been the most helpful for me when I was looking for work because it saves so much time. The next thing that I'd say is quite important is, especially when you're looking for jobs, I find it really difficult right now, and I know a lot of my friends have said that they're struggling as well. It's not that we don't have the experience, that we don't have the skills, that we don't have the qualifications. We have it all, but for some reason it's still so difficult to get hired, even in the field of the thing that, you've got the degree, you've got the qualification, like I said. So because of that, sometimes you have to kind of broaden out your search a little bit. The first month or so that I was looking for work, I was very focused that this is what I want and that's all I'm going to apply for, but that just made it a lot harder for me. So what then I had to do is kind of broaden out my search, be like, okay, what do I have the skills to do? And based on that, I just applied for anything that I knew that I could do. So it would be like, hey, I know I was very set on this. And it doesn't mean you can't revisit that later in the future. You can, but at least then you're not waiting that long to then get a job. Just apply for anything. Be broad, be open, and be flexible. It's very, very important. Apply for literally everything. If you have the skills for it, just read through it. They're asking for this, apply. That's what I did. I literally click on something, and obviously something that you'd enjoy doing and want to do, but you have to be open. If you're going to be closed off, it's going to just be so much harder for you. Be broad, be open, be flexible, and you're going to get a job so much quicker. So yeah, I know it's hard. I found it really hard to like give up my really specific search and open up, but opening up is how I got the job that I have now. And I know it's scary, but do it, and you know what, you might end up loving something new that you hadn't tried before. So win-win. This next one is kind of similar to the cover letter one, but it's about your CV. Now, you need to have multiple CVs, and I didn't really know this at the start. I kind of had one CV and I was sending it out, and like I said, my CV is very specific on one thing for what I was looking for. But if you're applying for different things, that's not going to apply to everything. So I then made 2 more versions of my CV. I just changed a couple of things, changed a few of my qualifications and those like little professional summary to fit a different field. So I had one that was based on media and social media, and then I had one that was for customer service. And then I had another one that was more of like just a generic professional, this is who I am. So then based on the job that I was applying for, I would choose one of those 3 CVs and apply with that specific CV. Because if you're applying for a finance job and you send in a media CV, even though that has experience on it, they're going to be like, what? And it's probably better if you have a more generic CV showcasing your skills than being like, look at all these media things I can do, for example. So like I said, at the beginning when you're prepping, just make sure you have different versions of it so you can send it off, just click, 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 whichever one you need, and it's just so much easier. So obviously it's very difficult, I think, keeping track of a lot of applications that you send in. I must have sent in like over the last like 4 months, maybe like over almost 200 different job applications. So what's really handy to do is make a spreadsheet on like Excel or Google Sheets, just with when you applied, what the job is, where the job is, and kind of like a tracker. So I'd have different colors on the tracker to be like, okay, I've applied, it's moved to interview stage, I've been rejected, just so you can keep track. Apply, put it in the spreadsheet, apply, put it in the spreadsheet. Otherwise you will not be able to keep track. It's so difficult, especially if you're applying on different things, like, oh, this one's on LinkedIn, this one's on Indeed, like this one's through here. There's no way you'll be able to keep up with it and remember. I remember before I'd get someone come back to me and be like, about this job, and I'm like, what? I don't even know what job this is. I remember getting a rejection and being like, I understand I've been rejected, but I don't even remember applying for this job. So it's really important to just keep a track of it, and it'll make your life so much easier, so you know. And then following on from that, another tip that's same is I would definitely recommend emailing those companies if it's been a couple of weeks and you've not heard back from them. And I know half the time you won't get a reply, half the time I didn't get a reply, but sometimes it looks good that you're, using the initiative and just getting in touch, be like, hi, I sent an application, just following up to see if there's been any update. And then because sometimes they don't tell you, sometimes they will have rejected you, but they won't even tell you that they've rejected you, which I personally think is really rude, but that's what some companies do. So if that's the case and you just want to know where they're at with your application, just email them and ask, and it might go in your favor and they're like, oh wow, she's really proactive. Or they'll be like, sorry, you didn't get it. Or they might just not reply, which was the case a lot of the time for me, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's really important thing to do, and it looks good on your part as well. And the last thing I think I will say about applying for jobs is just be patient. Like, it's really long and tedious. Like I said, it took me 4 months of applying to actually get this job, or like applying having to do a new thing and then getting to the interview and then saying no, or having like a phone call for screening and then saying no, or like there's so many things that can happen and it's so long, but you just have to be patient. Like, it's frustrating, I know, especially when half these companies, sometimes they just don't give you the time of day, and I think, like I said, I think it's very rude and they should at least let you know like where they are with your application, but they're not, unfortunately. And it's so difficult, and this is what I say to all my friends as well that are still applying for jobs, is just be patient and relax, and the right thing will come for you when it's the right time. So just wait on it, enjoy the freedom, enjoy, you know, your stay at home daughter or stay at home son life that you're living, because I miss it. I'm very grateful I have a job, but like I said, when it's the right thing, it'll come for you. I applied for loads, but I'm like, I'm happy with what I have now, and if I'd gotten one of those other ones and then I would have missed out on this, it would have been a shame. So when it's the right thing, it'll come. So just wait, be patient, relax, and don't get too stressed about it, because that's just it's not gonna do anything. So I think that's probably the most important thing I can say, for sure. And yeah, I think that's all the advice that I think I would give you, that I wish somebody gave me, and they are the main points, definitely. So just follow these points. I'm telling you, the CV thing, the cover letter thing, emails, spreadsheet, you know, just be patient, put time into your applications, and you will get a job in no time. If you have any other questions about anything specific that I didn't cover, put it in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Make sure you follow me on my socials if you don't already, because then you're missing out on sending me in questions for videos like this. So they will be down below as well in the description. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Happy job hunting. I have my fingers crossed for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!